welcome to the Ohio County Public Library's Craft Demo and Book Talk. Today we are talking about magic. So here's a little bit of pixie dust. Oh, welcome. I'm so glad that you've joined us today. I hope you've been coming by the public library and picking up crafts all summer long. Today we're going to be talking about magic, and in particular, Magic Treehouse. I don't know if you're a fan of the Magic Treehouse books. Just kind of want to let you know that the original series of Magic Treehouse, which have the characters of Annie and Jack, if you're a fan of those, you know we have just gotten in the most recently published books. So you might want to come in and get some of the newer titles. These were just published in 2020, so they're brand new, hot off the presses, and we've got them here at the public library. So give us a call or come by and maybe pick up one of those. But one of the things that you might not know, if you're a fan of the Magic Treehouse books, did you know that there are actually two separate series? And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. So there is the original series, and then there is a separate series called the Merlin Missions. All right, so the Merlin Missions are for children who have maybe started and become beginning chapter readers with the original series, but they're a little bit, needed something a little bit more advanced as far as reading levels go, and but they really loved the characters. And so the author came up with the Merlin Missions series. So the difference in the Merlin Missions is that there are about 40 extra pages that, so it's a little bit longer readings, so it's got more pages. Another thing is that the reading level goes up from 2.4 up to 3.4. So again, we're going to those little bit more advanced readers, 3rd grade, 4th grade readers that still love those characters. In the second series, this Merlin Mission series, the original characters also kind of age. So now they are 10 and 11, which is kind of fits in with the age of the children that would be maybe reading some of these, the second series. Another thing about the Merlin Missions series is that you're going to see a little bit more advanced plots. Okay, so you're going to have more secondary characters, a little bit more advanced plots, and with the Merlin Missions, one of the things that I think is really neat about this series is that although you can read each book individually, you don't have to read them in order. If you do read them in order, one of the things that you're going to notice is that there are some missions that the characters go on which actually span through several books. Okay, so that's kind of neat. You start to kind of get that bigger series feel with this Merlin Missions series. So I would really encourage you, if you like the original series and you love the characters, maybe consider moving up to the little bit more difficult, a little bit more advanced reading of the Merlin Missions series. And one of the things kind of made me think about, and that's kind of what we're going to do today for our craft, is that in book 39 of the Merlin Missions, it talks about how the main characters, Jack and Annie, had received a special award, the Wand of Dianthus, and it was described as a powerful magic wand that would help them make their own magic because they'd been successful on their mission. So, the Wand of Dianthus. Let's see if you would be able to make your own wands, and that makes me think of bubble wands. So that's our craft for today. Let's make some bubble wands, all right? Now, one of the things that you're going to do, let me show you what you're going to receive. When you come by the public library, this is what you're going to get this week. This is what it'll look like, okay? In your bag, you are going to have an instruction card that tells you how to make your own bubble juice, which we're going to do here in just a minute. You're going to have a little bag of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of glycerin, that's what this says right here, okay. 1/4 of a cup of some Dawn dish liquid, okay, you're going to have the things that you're going to need to make 2 bubble wands, all right? So let's take a look. So you're gonna have some beads and 2 kind of wire sticks, okay? All right, so let's take a look. To make your own bubble wand, what you're gonna need to do is you're going to need to take your piece of wire, straighten it out, and at the end of it, we wanna make sure that the beads don't fall off as we begin to thread them onto the wire, okay? So one of the easiest things that you can do is just to kind of make a loop. We're gonna make a loop at the bottom and then have it overlap. I don't know if you can kind of see that, I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way. Have it overlap and then leave a little bit so that you can twist it. So that now at the end of your wire kind of looks like a loop with a little twisted area, okay? Now you should be able to thread your beads on without them falling off the other end, okay? So that when you get it finished, it should look something like this. You can do whatever kind of pattern that you want to do with your beads, all right? Now, with the rest of your wire, we're going to kind of loop it around, making sure, again, that you leave a little bit over so that you have something to twist. Okay, so I'm going to leave a little bit and use that for my twisting wire and twist that together. Okay. Now, there are a lot of different things. Once you've got this kind of shape, you can kind of shape it however you want. So I've kind of done mine. I used a circle and then I just kind of brought it together in the middle to make a heart. You can make a heart bubble wand, shaped bubble wand. You could do, I've done like a rectangle. You could do whatever you want to. You could even just do kind of a weird shape that maybe looks like an amoeba or something like that. So kind of have fun making a weird shaped bubble wand or a nice shaped bubble wand. You could try a star, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to kind of do like a kind of a weird organic shape for this one. All right. So I wonder what it's going to do. When we get ready to blow a bubble, what is going to be the difference in the bubble, if any difference, if I blow it from a bubble wand that's shaped like a heart or like a square or like a weird amoeba looking thing? I don't know, we'll have to see, all right? So let's take a look at how to make bubble juice, all right? So what you're going to need, and you'll see these directions, like I said, on the little index card that'll be in your bag. You're gonna need 2 cups of warm water, okay? Put it in your bowl. You may want to go ahead and mix it in a container that you can seal so that you could save your bubble juice, all right? Next, we're going to put in the 1/4 of a cup, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, and you want to stir that until your sugar is dissolved, okay? So you would stir that until you're sure. So you want your water to be warm. Warm water will help the sugar to dissolve, all right? Once you've dissolved your sugar, you're going to add your Dawn dish detergent. All right, I'm gonna put that in. From everything that I read online, Dawn works best for making the bubble juice, okay? But you could try doing some different types of detergent if you wanted to make this at home, all right? You want to stir it but not work up a foam, okay? So you want to make sure that you're not working a whole bunch of bubbles into your mix. You just want to kind of stir it so that it's mixed through. The last thing that I'm going to add is the glycerin, okay? Now, how bubbles work is that actually bubbles are made up of a sandwiched layer of soap film. So you've got soap film, and then you've got a layer of water, and then another layer of soap film. And so how a bubble works is that you want to make sure a bubble is going to last longer if the water that is sandwiched in between the soap doesn't evaporate. So adding things like the sugar and the glycerin is going to help keep the water that's in between the soap from evaporating, all right? And that's gonna give you a longer lasting bubble. The glycerin and the sugar also helps to make a very strong bubble, all right? So now we've made our bubble juice. Now, some of the recipes online suggested leaving the bubble juice for a couple of hours to overnight, and you can do that. I was able to get a bubble pretty soon after just mixing it up, all right? Now, it is still a little hit or miss. Sometimes you're gonna get a really great bubble, sometimes you're going to get, it's going to pop. But with these particular bubbles, you are gonna get, because there's a lot of sugar in it, you are gonna get some residue, so make sure you may wanna be something that you do outside. But when you do get a bubble, they're really nice and strong, and you're even able to like catch it and kind of bounce it in the air. So that was kind of cool. So I'm gonna do my attempt. Oh, so I got a popped one. Popped again. See if I can get one to, whoop. Notice that I'm able to like catch it. See if I can get it to come on and even bounce it in the air. Woo! It's kind of small, it's kind of going through there. So really super cool, all right? Take it outside, make your bubble juice, make some cool wands, woo, and have some fun this summer, all right? Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you come by. Remember, Thursdays and Fridays, you can do curbside or you can come in Thursdays and Fridays from 1 to 3 and come by and get this cool bubble craft. So I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.